in Vietnam, OIF, OEF, all of our fallen guys out here. It's just so amazing we can be out here with these guys. There we go.
All
Hold it
right,
down
you're
here.
instantly on.
All right, sweet. We're going to try it. Bear with us, you guys. We're going to try to be doing this and doing as much as we can today. Pretty cool, dude. For you guys.
I'm gonna make the
So it
quality
should
a
be
little better.
started. See if we can, then I'll see if we can get a little better shot of the back area there, then we'll put it on. So, all right, bear with me. I'm going to switch it around.
I don't know what you're. We are live here, folks. Got people joining in.
Bear with me. I'm trying to see a front. I may have to come back in because I'm going to do a front-facing camera. I know you guys don't want to see my ugly mug the whole time.
Yeah,
Let
log
me
out.
come back in, Mike. My phone's. Yeah.
All right. Hey, everybody. We are jumping in here. Ben's at the actual our Legion's Memorial Day program that we do every year. I'm in studio. Ben's on. We got Woodman joining in. This is all kind of last minute, so bear with us. Ben's going to come back in with his camera the proper way. And we're waiting on Woodman to join in as well. Yes, I see people here, lots of people saying they're joining in on their towns, local parades. And, all right, we got Woodman in. Brother.
All right. Everybody got froze up, so I went out and came back in. Ben's froze up right now.
Yeah, he was going out. He was jumping out to come back in to try a different angle on his camera. There it is. Look at that.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Fantastic.
So we're getting ready.
Looking good.
Look at all these awesome veterans we have here, attendants, all ready to go. It's a beautiful day today. It's Memorial Day. I'll try to go nice and slow, swooping back. So we're just getting started, kind of getting ready for everything to, I don't know, Mike, you can probably tell them about the events that we're kind of doing right now.
Yeah, they're down at the local cemetery. There's like 4 or 5 in the area that the Legion helps maintain, along with like the Boy Scouts. They do all the flags for veterans. This is the bigger one in the area. They kick off an event here about 10 o'clock. They might be a few minutes behind. We're not professionals here. But then after this, they'll go down to a bridge and do a wreath ceremony, and hopefully we'll catch that too. Looks like they're kicking off. Are you ready to kick off here, Ben?
I believe so. I'll kind of get around for a little better angle. We'll see what they do. I'll try to get the best angle for you guys as I can.
And then after this, we'll roll with you down to the bridge, I'm assuming, and hopefully catch that. And
all right, I'm going to turn the volume down in respect for the volley and this, but don't get me wrong, guys. We'll still begin in.
All right.
Hey, you.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Memorial Day 2019.
Can you guys see that okay?
Thank you
Perfect.
very much from Charles Harker Post 143. Appreciate you all being here and patronizing the day. Comrades, this day is sacred with the almost visible presence of those that have gone before us. We honor the memory of those who gave us lives, who gave their lives in the service of our country, and of those who have dropped their burdens by the wayside of life and are gone to their eternal rest. May the ceremonies of today deepen our reverence for the departed friends and comrades. Let us renew our pledge of loyalty to our country and its flag. Let us resolve by word and deed to emphasize the privilege and duty of patriotism. Now, I'll have the chaplain give a little prayer, and then kind of how the format for today. John will do the.
Can you guys hear this okay?
John will do the
Yes,
prayer. We have
All
a
right,
guest
cool.
speaker today.
it's perfect.
And we have another prayer. We place some wreath on the POW prayer, and then we salute the dead. So that's kind of how it's going to go. So John will be next to the prayer. Let us pray. Almighty God, giver of all victories, thank thee for the opportunity to abide in our land, for thy guidance in the hour of peril, and thy tender love in times of need. Help us to remember the reverence, the valor, and the devotion of our departed comrades. Not only those bodies consecrate our country's soil, but also those who sleep beyond the seas, others whose resting places will not be known until the last day when the deep storm has given up its dead. Oh God, teach us to honor them by ever cherishing the ideals for which they fought. Keep us steadfast in the cause of human rights and liberty, and the ought for true Americanism. Give us the power to see and the will to do right. Grant them the American Legion. Grant that the American Legion will preserve the high ideals for which our comrades died. May thy merciful blessing rest upon those left behind. Keep us forever pure in righteousness, humble in heart, unselfish purpose. Amen.
Amen.
Let's see if the next guy's a little louder. Or lady. There we go.
Morning.
Jane Reith.
It's a pleasure to introduce to you the speaker for today. I'd also like to introduce Lois, wherever she went. That's his wife right there. Lois is 3rd District Membership Chairman, and she's unit president of her post 189, Washington. She was in the Army, Specialist E5 from 1966 to 1969, Vietnam. He's been commander of his post 189 Walkerton 6 times. He's a past 3rd District commander. He's a past Northern Vice Commander for the department. He is now the 3rd District Finance Officer. He's held this post for 6 years. He's doing the work that it takes to become a state commander. That's department commander. There's a lot of work that you have to do before you can become a commander. There's also 4 steps, which he has completed 2, and he's now a commissioner chairman for the department. And next year he works on 4. We hope it works out that he will be the next department commander, 21-22. Give to you, Jim Dobby.
Thank you, Jane. United they stood, and united they sacrificed. Just before Election Day in 2018, an American soldier in Afghanistan posted on Facebook. He wrote, "As the USA gets ready to vote in our own election Tuesday, I hope everyone back home exercises their precious right to vote, and that whether the Republicans or the Democrats win, that we all remember that we have far more as Americans that unites us than divides us. United we stand, divided we fall. God bless America," end quote. Although the soldier who posted these wise words was a member of the National Guard and was described as a proud Republican, his family likely had little interest in the actual results of the election. It mattered not that he was also the mayor of North Ogden, Utah. When Election Day arrived in Utah, so did the honor guard accompanying his remains. The flag-draped casket of Major Brent Taylor, husband of 1, father of 7, and inspiration to millions. Utah weeps for them today. His state's lieutenant governor wrote of the Taylor family. He could have added that his nation wept as well. A veteran of 2 tours in Iraq, Major Taylor was killed when a cowardly member of the Afghan National Security Forces opened fire on him during an insider attack near Kabul. Major Taylor did not need to serve in the military. Like all U.S. veterans of the global war on terrorism, he chose to serve in the military. Even though many fallen heroes from precious wars may have been conscripted into service, there is always a way out for those committed to avoiding such danger. On June 6th, the world will observe the 75th anniversary of the Normandy invasion. American Legion National Commander Brett Rystad will lead a delegation to the sandy shores of France, paying respects to the thousands of Allied heroes who gave their lives to liberate a continent. Labels that we hurl today like Democrat, Republican, red state, and blue state matter little when facing mines and machine gun fire while charging a beach. Politics are irrelevant to a family that hears the word, "We regret to inform you." In fact, Joanne Steen, a behavioral health counselor and Gold Star widow, recently wrote a book with the same title. We regret to inform you. The Gold Star parent, she writes, the reality that your child is dead comes in doses. Reality doesn't have sensitivity or good manners, and you may be confronted with a harsh dose when you least expect it. Likewise, reality seems to operate on its own arrival schedule, end quote. When one witnesses the actually reality of heroes dying, it is easy to mistake their missions as failed. Private Andy Rooney, who would later achieve fame as a 60 Minutes commentator, was a correspondent for Stars and Stripes. He interviewed a number of D-Day veterans. All they saw was dead friends, Rooney remembered. Guys drowning in the water and dead people around them.
And back in London headquarters, they were calling it a great victory, a success. It didn't look like a success to the guys who were fighting it, but it turned out it was in fact a success. And the guys who were up close and saw it firsthand were wrong. And the people who had the grand view of it were right. We continue to lose heroes every day in places like Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, and in military training accidents and missions around the world. Some were only teenagers and many were just in their 20s. Regardless of their age, to their families, they are forever young, healthy, and strong. From the American Revolution to our current operations against terrorism, 1 million men and women have made the supreme sacrifice while serving in wars and conflicts. We honor all of them, not just those with the highest medals or the heroes who fought in the most famous battles. They all died so we can continue to cherish the things that we love: freedom, country, and family.
Amen.
That is why we are gathered here on Memorial Day, to honor the memory of our fallen warriors who have given everything for their country. We are also reminded on this day that in each generation, brave men and women will always step forward to take the oath of allegiance as members of America's armed forces, willing to fight and, if necessary, die for the sake of freedom. As Legionnaires, we are pledged to the preamble of our organization's Constitution to preserve the memories and the incidents of our associations in the Great Wars. This solemn promise is on the back of each American Legion membership card. Yet, we do not remember our fallen brothers and sisters in arms because of an edict or obligatory ritual. We do so because we want to, and we want to be there for their families. Long after the battlefield guns have been silenced and the bombs stop exploding, the children of our fallen warriors will still be missing a parent. Spouses will continue to miss their life partners. Parents will never stop grieving for their heroic sons and daughters that died way too early. We need to be there for all of them. Nobody can replace these fallen heroes, especially in the eyes of their families. But we can offer soldiers shoulders to cry on and assurances that their loved one's sacrifice will not be forgotten. Maybe we can contribute in ways such as handling a car repair, babysitting, or mowing a Gold Star family's lawn. We cannot bring back the departed, but we can honor their sacrifice by caring for those whom they loved. As Americans, we should all remember that freedom is not free. It's only possible because of our fallen heroes have paid its high price. A price paid which enables us to have ceremonies and observances like this in communities across our great nation. Major Brent Taylor called on us to be unified. When we consider the sacrifice that he and his brothers and sisters in arms made for us, it is the least that we can do for them. God bless you all. God bless America, and God bless our fallen heroes.
Amen.
Thank you, Jim. I also wanted to say thank you for all the officers from the post, but I also want to tell you that Greg Wagner is here he's an Assistant Sergeant at Arms for the Department of SAL, and his wife Tammy is the 3rd District Sergeant at Arms. Thank you for coming. And everyone else too.
Again, our nation has assembled to honor its heroic dead. 1,000 battles of land, sea, air echo the glory of their valiant deeds. Under the quiet sod or beneath the burning
vermine waves, their bodies sleep in peace. But in the destinies of veterans, their souls go marching on. Because of them, our lives are free. Because of them, our nation lives. When we recall the things they did, the heroes' host seem mighty in our midst. When peril threatened and the country called, with what divine self-sacrifice, they left their paths of peace to spring to arms, to make their breast a barricade against the nation's foes. No sorrow for the loved ones left behind to dim the purpose of their souls. No weariness in march, watch could keep them from their heart's desire. No horror of the field or sea or air could beat their courage down. They fought for us they fell. Now with one accord and deepest reverence, we do them honor. Let us not remember them in anguish. They will not wish for our pity. For the sacred service, for those who rest as heroes' graves, may not have died in vain. Let us stand in bowed heads and solemn memory of our heroic dead. Thank you.
Eternal God, thank thee for this hallowed soil. Make us worthy. We pray thee to guard our heritage of pride through all the years to come. In memory of these, our dead, may we pledge to our beloved land the same service, same devotion. And, O Lord, secure us evermore in the peace for which our comrades died. Amen.
Amen.
The flowers may wither, but the spirit of which they are the symbol will endure until the end of time. Salute the dead.
Salute the dead. Sail. Ready. Aim. Fire. Aim. Fire. Aim. Fire. On. Two. you, everyone. That concludes today's service at the cemetery. Now there is another bridge ceremony that goes on for the reef. A couple more things and prayers and another little get together at the bridge. So if you'd like to go down there for a few minutes, thank you very much. Just one more thing. As you look around, see all these flags out here. Those are all veterans.
Amen. Can we get a shot of that, Ben?
All right, I'll let you know, you guys. I'm gonna sign off, and I'm gonna get you guys back on the bridge.
All right, brother.
All right, I'll call back in.
Hey, get us a shot of all the flags he was talking about. Oh, he already signed out. All right, perfect. That was pretty good. It pulled it off. They're gonna head over the bridge, folks. There's a little bit more, and we'll get Ben back in here. We'll just leave that screen up. It's perfect, right? Right, Woodman.
You know it.
Right.
Thanks everybody for being here. This is a very, very special day for all of us. There's going to be times where we might get a little emotional. Bear with us.
Yes. I see some people. It was just like one guy we might have had, who knows, but he was like, how can you guys be honoring this and these some made up wars sometimes, and it's like, hey, this is about the veterans. When I was 18 and got in, I knew nothing of the political stuff. I got in to serve. Bottom line is we still have men and women that join at 18. They go in. Sometimes they don't make it. All right. And that's all we're honoring. This isn't a political thing. You heard the guy speaking today. When you're out there on the battlefield and things are whizzing by your head, you're not like, are you a Republican or a Democrat? I need to know before I, sir, you go, folks. All right. You don't, judge the 18-year-old kid that knows nothing of the political, that's always been the case. These people have sent kids are young off to war. And nobody really ever knows why. But
Yeah, I was in during Vietnam, and they still had the draft on. I went ahead and joined, only because as a citizen, I wanted to do my part.
yes, exactly.
I wish I could be down it right now, but as you can see, I get kind of, I've been falling down a lot lately, and I don't want to do that. So
yes.
until I get fixed, I'm going to have to take it easy for a little while. But I really, God bless everyone for being here. This is a very special day for veterans, believe that, and their families. Can't forget their families. They, and this is very important.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And that's all, folks. We're just glad that, got a couple hundred for sure in the room, and we appreciate you guys. Again, I saw the one person commenting in here. You guys, Danielle, we got our mod in here. She's holding it down. Appreciate it. It's early. We get it, but we appreciate it. So, yeah, now they should be heading down to the. They pick up a little bit and then they head down there. It doesn't take long. It's just a few minutes away, but we'll keep. Like I said, once we see Ben pop back in, that'll be the other part of it. Go ahead, Woodman. What'd you say?
Do I dare do a yearly thing I've done since I was in? I know people that died. To them, thank you.
Yes.
Sorry.
No, you're fine, Woodman. This is their day. Families that are mourning. It was a great thing that Trump did. I got a little video put together. It'll come out later. It's just a little tidbit. Yesterday on Meet the Press with old Chuck. I can't remember his name, Chuck something, but he was drilling Sarah Sanders. He's like, because they're over what, North Korea, or where are they? Iran, North Korea. Where's Trump at?
Uh-huh.
Japan. Where's he at right now? Japan.
Japan.
But he was talking about North Korea to her and saying, well, that's hardly any, they're testing missiles again. Did a few the other day. And he goes, there's been nothing. We're back to right where we were. And she goes, the last administrations have done nothing. Obama just went back, and he's sitting there. He goes, Trump's done this. We just went like a long time without any missiles being fired. The longest that's been in a long, long time. We had a great peace. We got the bodies back of people that families are waiting. He negotiated all kinds of things. So she goes, for you to say nothing and we're right back. He's like, oh, okay, I agree a little bit. But yeah, it was nuts. Because that's huge. Some people don't get that. If you have a family member that went off or you never got the remains back, that's
Hard
means
to
a
go
lot.
through.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Ron McGregor, his family in Florida. I went to his funeral. I was allowed to do that, of course, years ago. But I never went back to Miami. I need to do that one of these days and look his family up.
Yeah. No, here, got a little something here. I'll keep going if we see Ben. Memorial Day is considered to be one of the saddest occasions in America. There are two vital questions connected with this day. What is Memorial Day for, and why is it so mournful? Memorial Day is sometimes also called Decoration Day. It is a federal recognized holiday in the United States aimed to remembering all the military people who have died when serving in our country's armed forces. As a rule, people don't see any difference between such patriotic holidays sometimes as Memorial Day, Veterans Day, Armed Forces Day. But in fact, on Veterans Day and Armed Forces Day, we are supposed to honor those people who were serving in our military and or doing so at this minute. As for Memorial Day, it's a little special because it's dedicated to those who have died, all right, in our military service. But don't forget that those heroes never truly die. They live in our memories, and Memorial Day quotes and sayings are here to help us express that. Okay, Ben just gave me a little side note there. Perfect.
All right. Yeah, I wish I could be there. I'm usually there. I'm usually the guy in charge of the color guard, but health issues, I can't do that. This is fantastic. We can do this through Ben, via Ben. Fantastic. And thank you for setting this up, Mike. I know it
Oh,
took
yeah.
quite a while. Yeah.
Nope, this is, he's on the bridge. He's just waiting there, waiting for everyone to get there from the cemetery, and then he's going to fire up so we don't have a whole bunch of, well.
It's a short ceremony down there, but they have to do it, for your brothers, Mike, Navy.
Yes. Yes, don't forget. So I said, as for Memorial Day, it's dedicated to those who have actually died, but don't forget the heroes that never die. They live in our memories, and Memorial Day quotes all help us get through ceremonies like this. Every year on the last Monday of May, Memorial Day weekend reminds us that our freedom isn't free. It is the most appropriate time for remembering that, and that the freedom that we have today is a result of human dedication and sacrifice. Heroic gestures of American soldiers for the country's honor will always be captured in our memory and Memorial Day post. So anyway, it's great, Woodman. Like you said, you've been down there this year. You couldn't make it. I was up really late. This whole weekend's been off for me with doing videos, being up, sleeping here and there throughout the day, and then being up late last night. But I actually woke up with a hurt back, slight headache, and I was just moving slow. And I was going to still get down there, but Ben's like, I'm already almost there. Why don't I just beam in? I was like, perfect, because somebody's got to be here to run this. So I am there. Honestly, I mean,
I didn't know you slept.
this is probably Sometimes I do. Sometimes I just do. So, folks, it worked out great. That when we really appreciate Ben getting down there and beaming in for you guys. Honestly, this has probably just expanded the Legion's view to this threefold. I mean, sometimes there's a big turnout down there, but again, it's not the huge. It's a small town, folks, so it's not. But we appreciate it. We appreciate all the super chats I see rolling in here. Wow. Just clicked back in here. Appreciate it. EO2 Dave, EOT Dave again, and MRD 4739. The least I can do for those who have done so much. Patriots and veterans, no wars are real. Warriors die for freedom. All right, here's Ben. We got Ben back in.
Half hour.
All right. That's how we do it. That's how we do it, boys. We're blocking this off. All right. Taking control of the bridge, boys.
It's not the first bridge these men have taken. No, sorry.
Oh, it ain't the first bridge veterans have taken control of, boys. We know that. Look at that. Look at them veterans down there. God, it feels good to be a bunch of Patriot veterans around here.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to let them know a little bit about what this thing's about, Mr. Mike, and while we're doing this is a little bit something.
What this bridge ceremony, so the wreath that they had over at the cemetery, they bring down here.
All right, all right.
Hey,
This is how
Woodman,
we do it,
you
boys.
can talk
Look at
to
this.
now, Woodman.
That's how we do it, boys, right there.
Well,
That's exactly how we do it.
most of the guys on this color guard are American Legion riders, so they're very supportive, very helpful, very, very helpful.
Now, what is this ceremony here on the bridge, Woodman, for the people? Tell them what goes on.
Well, that's for your group, Mike, Navy personnel, anybody that had anything to do with any kind of a water type service.
Water assault.
Then they throw that wreath in there, for the Navy guys, because, we have to honor them also. Yeah.
Because they floated. So this is Little Brown Water Navy. This is not, no, I'm joking.
Well,
That's what
they were lost at sea,
yeah.
They were never recovered like everybody else in a cemetery. So this is for those folks, Mike.
I know. I was just letting you talk to the people.
Okay.
Letting you explain it to them because they didn't know. But that's exactly what this is for, folks. They do the wreath. This is a second part just for those that did touch the water. And I know there was Marines and stuff sometimes put on the ships
or it can be like this. We've honored those soldiers who are dead and in the ground, and now we honor those who are still in the water.
Yes.
Fantastic. Well said.
Perfectly said. All right. So everyone's just gathering up here. There's a Moon, a real good man right there.
It's a wonderful man. Let me shake this man's hand right here. Awesome.
Yeah.
I just wanted to let the people know how when we take over a bridge and the veterans do it, we tend to do it right. And I just wanted to know that. Look at it. This is how America should be.
Oh yeah.
This is just beautiful. This kind of stuff makes me cry, you guys.
First time you get to play in the middle of the road, you're gonna get yelled at.
Yeah. Always get some really bitter people that want to get over the bridge, but they can't.
They got a little clip.
They be pulling up, beeping horns, like, I gotta get over there.
It's the ceremony. Either one, they will be immediately extracted quietly.
Yes.
Good Lord blessed us with some good weather so we can honor these fallen soldiers in a proper manner, in an honorable manner.
Correct. Fantastic.
So,
On the back, let him leave out the Army. Well, hey, we stole him. Hey, we were kids. Gone. No.
Yes, folks. So this is awesome. We're gonna let them
They're
start
not looking
their thing
very
here.
hard. They know about it, and that's the way they go.
oh, they're okay. It's all good.
To the police and to the Army. CID down in Fort Knox. In fact,
American flag's gonna be the highest there. Please kick that bad boy up on your foot. Get that bad boy high and proud.
flag down a little bit.
I can get a little better shot for you guys.
You videotaping?
I have a live stream going up.
Oh, do you?
A bunch of veterans that can't make it. So
I went down and reported it to the police department, and I got about the same response I did with the Allen thing.
Nice. Tell them we got about 300 in the room, Ben.
okay.
Yeah.
Oops, sorry, boy. There's about 300 people here watching this right now.
Awesome.
Yeah, so
Welcome, everybody.
yes, thank you guys so much. All the veterans that are here right now. It's super sweet, man. Here we go.
Remember, all our comrades have been lost. Also, all our fellows that are taking us to war.
Detail. Stand. Cut. Port. Up. Ready. Aim. Fire. Aim. Fire. Aim. Fire. Stand. Arm.
Whoa!
There you go. Look at that shit. They ain't getting through.
This.
Get down there, Ben. I want to see this. How
No, we're
disrespectful.
cool. We got more respect for the flag.
Hurry up or turn it off.
Roy's done that.
And we got the big ones here too. National and state. Can't respect.
Order. Arm.
Okay, dismissed everybody. Let's get out of the
Get
room.
that dude's plate,
All right, let's
dude.
give them back their bridge. Hey, thank you so much, you guys.
All right. How disrespectful. All right.
All right.
Appreciate it, brother. All right. What the heck?
Toss that guy in
Did
the
you
river.
see
Thank
that?
you
I
so
said
much,
it.
you guys. God bless.
These people did great work. Look at that. You saw that car whip behind them. How dangerous.
He couldn't go anywhere.
Look at that. Little bit of shell casing.
All we can give them the boys.
Yep.
You can have one.
Oh, yeah, make good whistles. I tell you what.
You can have one.
Uh,
Oh, yeah, I got a couple.
He wants a couple.
Oh, he's got
I already got them. That's cool. All right, you guys. Listen, God bless all you guys. We're going to get up on out of here. And God bless all of our veterans. God bless the United States of America. And always represent the flag. And, man, you guys are awesome.
All right. There it was. We had Ben beaming in. We appreciate it. Let me get Woodman up here.
Oh, Ben's fantastic,
Oh,
doing
the
that
whole
for us,
screen. Yes,
Ooh,
it was.
yeah, yeah.
There we go. Actually, let me bring you down. Bring myself down. All right, that works. Yeah, so we deal with that every year on that bridge, folks. Blocking it off, and just people that are running down maybe to the 7-Eleven that morning to get their coffee, and then they can't get right back across, and they're really upset. And it's a 5 to 10 minute thing. But here's a guy that must have went to the 7-Eleven, whipped around, and he just ripped right behind all them people. That was how crazy.
That's the first time I've ever witnessed that. I mean, actually.
Yeah,
That's
I've
so
never seen somebody on the bridge. I just see people always trying to and yelling at somebody and screaming or whatever. And unbelievable.
disrespectful. If they can't honor this stuff, move the hell out of here. Go find some other country to live in. You know,
I'm glad. Yeah, next year use some road spikes or something. We got some really good people in the room giving us ideas.
road spikes. I like that one. Yeah.
Picked him up out the car and threw him into the water. A little ceremony.
Yeah. Well, usually I think Mike, he's retired now, but the police officers in charge of the police back then, he would park his car out there. Well,
Yeah.
when you have a police car out there with lights
Couple of
on.
lights flipping, ain't nobody's gonna really do that.
Yeah, but they didn't do it this year for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, you see all them guys on the bridge with guns shooting them at the same time. Guy come whipping, you think he'd be a little, even though there's blanks on that, but how did he know that?
Shove a live one in there,
Yeah.
They don't throw him off the bridge. How disrespectful is that? That's disrespectful.
It's horrible.
I'm highly upset about that.
Me too. You guys, we caught it. We got it on tape or video. That's never happened before. Again, I expected something a little bit on the bridge, but normally just when you're there, I didn't think we'd capture it. Like they probably heard some yelling or somebody, like they said right away, there was a guy pulled up, like, what's going on here? How long before I get through? Yeah. So it didn't ruin it. It was at the very end. Appreciate you guys stopping in. I am thinking of doing another show later this afternoon. Put something together here. I don't know if Ben or Ben Woodman wanting to join in as well. We'll see what works out for everybody. What people do have some things going on, so time according, schedules permitting or whatever.
I wish Ben would have got the guy's license plate number.
That's why I said go. I was yelling for him to go over there, but I was just joking. I was like, man, get over there. I want to get this guy's plate or put it, But
yeah, we could organize about 20, 30 guys come over to that individual's
place of residence and just talk to him a little bit. That's all.
But no, sing a couple songs outside of his house, and then let it come out. But then we can have a discussion, That's yeah. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be like that. But yes, I should be like that.
That's right. Yeah, that was disrespectful.
Well, what more could anybody sacrifice for their country and for all of us except for their lives? That was the most they could sacrifice, and I wish people would really understand that point. It's they sacrificed everything for us. It wasn't like they reached in their wallet and threw out $1,000. Their life. How much is a life worth?
Yeah.
Yeah. Disrespectful. I'm sorry, folks. I just don't. That really burns me. Really burns me. Kind of like to choke them. Maybe it's a good thing I wasn't there.
No, me too. That wouldn't have been. No, it would have been all right. Who knows? I mean, maybe they came from the other way. I'm just trying to think. Like they came from the other way. Still, they would. They didn't get over. I mean, at the end of that other bridge, what do we have down there? I think some bikes were blocked off and they weren't getting through. It looked like they had to stop. So, yeah, it was just dangerous. We're glad everyone's okay. That's the most important thing. That he didn't rip through there and knock a bunch of people. Hit a bunch of people.
Yeah, that would have been terrible. And that could have. Heck, they take almost the whole entire bridge. They're lucky they were where they were at the time, because he would have probably hit them, you know.
Yep. And hey, some people honestly in this country don't like these ceremonies. That's the bottom line. That's where we're at today. There are some people that they don't like this. They think it's and instead of just not partaking or coming down there, and they might want to do something like that, get in their car, and we see it happening in other cities as well, on other days of the year. So that's right.
Yeah,
Those bikers will take care of them. I'm sure they got his.
yeah. Hey, look, if they don't like this country, no kidding, move, man. You know, there's no sense keeping a negative
There's
attitude anywhere. You
Yeah.
know.
But that whole thing, when these people that are that cowardly say that to us all these years, Woodman, I don't know, like try on moving. They find out that you can't. That every single country has really strict immigration laws. The U.S., has laws too that just don't get abided by. But all these other countries, I'm going to move to Florida to Canada or to Australia. You find out it costs lots of money. And, if you're a movie star of sorts and you got the money, they might grant you something over in Australia or here. But, man, Canada is pretty strict as well. You're finding out Mexico, you can't just go down there and do it. If you get caught, you're going to be incarcerated and all that. So a lot of people that talk the talk, if they even looked into it, they found out like, whoa, it's hard to just up and leave and go
Right.
and be a citizen somewhere else.
Right. Right.
So
Yeah, I just think it's terrible.
anything else you want to say here before we shut this one down? I got a few things I want to do here. It's hitting 11. We appreciate everyone. I think we got close to 300. I'm going to give Woodman again his final thoughts and anything you want to say to any of the fallen. I know you had some close buddies of yours.
Yeah. Yeah, families suffer tremendously. People that hasn't went through that, they don't totally understand. I hope they try to fathom that. Families, the remaining people here, need a little hug. Um, they suffer daily. They suffer daily, and that won't go away. Um, Please try to remember, um, we can have this talk show like Mike's got on the air. We can talk openly because throughout the years, male and female, old and young, have given the ultimate sacrifice of their life for all of us to continue on. That's why I hope President Trump gets everything all settled down. He's boosting up our military. We're going to be great again. Uh, God bless everyone out there, and I know you're going for cookouts and having family gatherings and so forth. Don't eat too much, but if you do, enjoy it. Um, yeah, dodge raindrops in certain areas. Let's pray for people in Oklahoma. That whole state's flooded. Every county is in a flood state warning, so it's ugly. Um, Again, pray for the families of the fallen heroes, and I say heroes. I don't care if this guy took out the trash. If just imagine the military like a wheel, and a wheel has spokes in it, and if you don't have each spoke filled right, it doesn't turn properly. So any veteran, I don't like I said, I don't care if you took the trash out. Any veteran has they put their life up. Maybe they didn't sacrifice it. Maybe they were ones that were lucky enough to stay alive. Either way, irregardless, they done that. They made that achievement. They took that step forward for everyone here. People that don't even know, you know, uh, and I really think it's very disrespectful for that guy on the bridge, and for some of those football players to kneel that during a ceremony. That's bull hockey. If you don't like it here, move. Get out of here. This is for us, man. These people have sacrificed the most they can so we can do that. I hope people really truly understand that. Pray for the families. Thanks for the opportunity, Mike.
Oh no, that's perfect, brother. Send you the video. So Ben got the whole video after we cut out. He was still recording and he walked down there. I guess there was an altercation going on.
I
Wow.
imagine.
They're saying this guy was a veteran as well. Navy veteran, Ben put, I think. He was a Navy veteran. That's at least what he screamed out. But I guess the cops came and he got into some trouble. But he
Yeah, it
almost got
was.
his ass whooped. All right. So we're going to check that out when Ben gets home. We're going to somehow get that video. And when we do this other live show, if you guys tune back in, you might see some behind the scenes or some extra footage of that didn't air just now. So interesting. All right, Roadman, brother. Thank you. I'll close this one out.
One more for my brothers and sisters. One more.
We got time for sure. Always got time for that one more for our fallen brothers and sisters and just ones that are still. Folks, like Woodman said, the reason of this channel, this is what we wanted to do, and we promote that here in America. This is our channel. The reason we created it was to do what we wanted, an event like today. And I'm not opposed to other people's, what they want to do, but, we can call them out. You're an idiot. You're stupid. That was a bad mistake. We're not about shutting the other word or the person down so they can't talk back. That's a big thing going on right now. People don't like something somebody's saying. They want it shut off. They don't want anyone else to hear it either. And that's not what we're about. We're about supporting that First Amendment, all right? Freedom of speech. The best remedy for something you don't like or what you deem to be a lie is your counter approach with possible truth, some verification, prove that person or those around listening. That's all you can do. And that's one of the hugest things that it's been the best out of this channel is just, exercising our freedoms. So we'll never give that up. And don't any of you, again, keep Woodman said it. If you're out there enjoying barbecues today, having a few cold ones maybe, or whatever, maybe set that extra plate aside for the fallen and just to remember them. Keep them in your thoughts. Say a prayer. God bless each and every one of you, and we'll see you back here. We'll see you back here later on today for another show when we can enjoy each other's company again and go over things that we deem to be important. Lots of stuff coming up, folks. Lots of stuff. God bless each and every one of you. See you back here real soon.